Good Friday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Friday. I'm your host for South Carolina weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Friday evening going into your future. And we're going to be talking about some Arctic air that's going to be building inside of the southeast in the South Carolina that will bring us our snow chances for early next week. So, looking at the radar right now, though, before we talk about that, let's just talk about what's going on tonight and the short term, like the next 48 hours or so. Right now, nothing going on in terms of South Carolina, but we do have a lot of rain. We have rain going on all the way from just to the south of Chicago, all the way through Missouri, Southern Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, as well as Kentucky, going all the way down into Louisiana as well. We also do have some snow going on inside of Iowa, South Dakota, and some snow going on up here inside the Rockies. We also do have some winter storm watches up for places like New York City, just to the north, Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, just to the west, actually, and going into Virginia as well. And would not surprise me one bit if we started to see some winter storm watches as well. But that's going to be probably like Monday or something like that. But that's pretty much it. If we go on and talk about our cloud cover right now is pretty much covering the entire state. I walked outside around maybe 2 hours ago or so, and it was nice and clear. I mean, you can see the stars from all the way from where I am. So honestly, it is kind of surprising that it got cloudy that quick, but that rain will be moving through, especially as we get through to tomorrow morning. Let's go on and talk about the cloud cover right now. So as you go on and push this forward, as you go all the way through, cloud cover will build as you go on, pretty much through the next 12 or so hours, and then as you move into tomorrow night right now showing just some more cloudy conditions. Going on into not tomorrow night, but this is Sunday morning right here. I believe this is Sunday morning. Cloud cover still being present. And as we get into Sunday night, cloud cover is starting to lessen out a little bit, but still there. Current temperatures right now, it's 43 in Columbia as well as 44 in Charleston, 43 inside of Moncks Corner as well as 46 in Myrtle Beach, 44 in Georgetown, 41 in Kingstree, 43 in Orangeburg and Edgefield as well as Greenwood, 44 in Augusta as well as 39 in Rock Hill, 34 in Bennettsville. Low temperatures for tonight. Around 39 in Anderson, 38 pretty much through Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, pretty much high 30s for pretty much most of us. Mid 30s over there towards like Sherrod, Dillon, 35, 36. And then you get to the low 40s, or pretty much just diverse inside the 40s, from 43 in Myrtle Beach, 40 in Georgetown, 45 in Charleston, and then 47 at Hilton Head Island. So pretty much high 30s, pretty much all throughout the 40s. That's where our low temperatures could range tonight. In terms of rainfall, from tonight going into tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, we do have a good bit of precipitation that is possible. If you're inside, nobody's inside of the 80 to 100% range, so it's not definite, but there is some people inside the 60 to 79% chance, which is likely over there near Anderson and pretty much just to the west of Greenville. That region is inside of the likely area, meaning that you are likely to see rain. It is possible that you will not, but it's likely that you will. And then everyone else from the 30 to the 59% chance for places like Spartanburg, Lawrence, Greenwood, in the 30 to 59, pretty much a 50-50 shot. 15 to 29% chance for places like Winsboro, Rock Hill, Newberry, even Columbia, Aiken, Barnwell, Charleston, Hilton Head Island, as well as Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, Dillon, Florence, and Kingstree, where there is a 15 to 29% chance in those areas, a slight chance. And then we have some other regions that may not see any rain at all, from places like Dorchester County, northern Berkeley County, Colleton County, at least the inland region, and up there towards Jasper County and just to the south as well, going into Georgia. But overall, that's just all we're looking at, and that's from 0 to 14% chance, as well as Camden and Sumter are included. Moving on now to our short-term future. We do have it up right here. No severe weather, no excessive rainfall, nothing like that is expected at this time. But as you go on and push this forward, there goes the rainfall. This is 2 o'clock in the morning right here. As showers start to move in from the west to pushing into regions like Seneca, Greenville, Anderson, Lawrence. And then finally, the main barrage of the rain will start to come through at around 7 o'clock in the morning throughout the Greenville, Spartanburg region. And then they will continue at around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning throughout the Midlands of South Carolina, and as well as over there inside of the PD region, to where some rain downpours is all possible through there, and then some more scattered showers going on in the upstate by around 10 o'clock in the morning, continuing through there. All of this rain is going to just continue to push through, causing just maybe some downpours. I don't really see a threat right now in terms of thunderstorms. We'll check the thunderstorm risk in just a second just to make sure. But overall, it seems like it's all gone by around 6 o'clock p.m., but then another batch of it starts to come back from the west, and actually starts to bring more rain and shower activity throughout the low country, Midlands, and PD region, and that goes all the way through to 2 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. So it's going to be just a long period of rain. I mean, everyone in the state, I have not checked tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow in tomorrow morning's upload, just in terms of percentages, or I might just show it tonight, because I know some people don't watch the morning uploads, but overall, it's going to be a rainy day tomorrow for most of us. So definitely make sure if you go out, you bring that umbrella with you wherever you go, because it will be raining. Now going on to talk about our long-term future. Let's go on and talk about the long-term future. Here we go, over here. I want to talk about just what's going on just in terms of air. And when I say air, I mean like temperature-wise air. So here we go, the 17th, right here. We're starting off as we push this forward. There goes all of that Arctic air that we were just talking about at the beginning, at around the 19th, right here. And that will push through, bring temperatures from 8 to maybe even close to 10 to 12 degrees below average. But as you get into the chance to where it might snow, I mean, it could get maybe 12 to 16, maybe even 20 degrees below average, going all the way from Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, as well as obviously the Carolinas and Virginia as well. So it's going to be cold throughout pretty much the entire deep south. And so that's pretty much all the Arctic air right there. And then it will continue all the way through until around January 28th ish. I mean, until finally just the brute of this cold air finally moves out. And then we finally get taken over by some warm air by around January 28th and 29th. But that's not going to last long as more cold air pushes in throughout late January. So it's going to continue to be cold even after we have our little snow shot. And if you go on now and check out the radar, let's go on and check and see what's going on and what the GFS, the Euro, the Icon, the CMC, we're just going to see what all of them say. And if you go on and push through, there goes the cold air, and it brings snow pretty much to the upstate of South Carolina, the Midland of South Carolina, snow to the low country and to the PD region of South Carolina through all the way through January the 22nd until finally it gets out of our hair, and then maybe the chance for some more winter precipitation throughout the PD region up there towards Myrtle Beach, and then maybe again January the 25th. I mean, we could have just some regular snow shower activity, not really in terms of a winter storm, but just snow flurries in general, just because of just how cold it is after the fact as well. So you may, instead of seeing isolated rain shower, just might be isolated snow shower just by how cold it is. And then after that, this is something that we're going to have to watch for after the snow. This is potentially a severe weather threat right here going into the end of January. I've seen some people talk about it. I'm not going that far just yet, just because I want to focus on the snow risk first. But overall, in terms of snow, well, actually, we're not going to look at snow totals. We're a bit too far out for that. We'll wait for that. We'll talk about that another day, probably around maybe Sunday night, potentially. So we'll see what happens there. But now going on to talk about the Euro as well. This one, honestly, is a bit different. And the fact that it does not really have a lot in terms of any sort of snow activity. So honestly, I'm kind of interested to see. It's kind of like the only outlier here, because there's every other model pretty much has said snow. This is the one that's just kind of held back a little bit. But then There is a little bit like before it though. This is January the 21st, which let me get this out the way. But January the 21st, which the 21st is that Tuesday there. So I guess that kind of does make a little bit more sense now. But it shows snow pretty much for the Midlands, Upstate, Low Country, PD regions. So that's what's going on there. Going on talking about the CMC. This is the Canadian model, probably the brute of them all, showing snow totals pretty much, or snow, heavy snow going through pretty much especially the low country of South Carolina and the PD region. I think if this comes true, low country South Carolina, PD region of South Carolina is going to get hit with an absolutely intense snowstorm. So we'll just continue to wait there, but definitely the brute of the impacts, and then maybe some sleet, trying to get some freezing rain, ice behind it. We'll continue to watch there and see what happens. And then there goes some more, just kind of like a little after effect right there. And then finally, the last one, the icon, shows not much. Actually, it shows barely anything at all. Let's see if I can go a little bit further. Yeah, no, it doesn't really have anything much at all. So this is probably the one that's just like, it doesn't really think that there's going to be really that much snow, but it is an outlier. So, but we'll still count it in anyway. And that's pretty much it. Um, so hopefully that, I mean, again, like I said, it's still a bit too far out to talk about, exact snow totals and exactly what every single person is going to get. And, locations wise, we can't do that just yet, but we have increased probabilities now that it will snow throughout South Carolina. It could be throughout the entire state. There's even some models like the CPC put out earlier. I believe I have it right here, liked. Let me see where it is. It is right here. So here it is. This was on Twitter. But you can see heavy snow going throughout the entire state of South Carolina. That's what the Weather Prediction Center is forecasting for pretty much January the 20th all the way through January the 22nd. That's for the next 3 to 7 days with hazardous cold, heavy snow, and freezing rain as far south as northern Florida, up there inside the panhandle of Florida, and Jacksonville as well. And so that's pretty much going to go on and wrap this up. So let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight, especially with this huge night tonight. As we go on and push all the way over here. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening, the snow gossip is on. It's looking more and more like a real possibility for at least some ice. We are not prepared for an event like this down in the low country of South Carolina. That is something that I probably should say as well. If you are not prepared for any sort of potential snow, ice impacts, I would definitely start planning by that. I would definitely start planning that now. Rather that's just be getting gas in your car, or maybe just getting, I don't know, maybe if you have like a generator or anything like that, start gassing up, because you can never be too underprepared. So make sure that you are getting that stuff in place just in case it worse goes to worse and we do get a full out winter storm with some ice with it as well. That could cause power outages for a lot of places, and especially with heat going out as well. Make sure you keep in contact with neighbors as well. Let them know that if you have any sort of heat source as well, or if they have any sort of heat sources or anything like that. But just talk to people, make sure that people are aware. My Nana says, let it snow. Hopefully it does. I do hope that it does. If it does snow, I will play at the end of the I'll make the outro the Let It Snow song. If it does snow though, at the end. My cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. Getting prepared for the snow on Sunday in Philadelphia. I hope all is well with you and your family. I'm at work, but I'm listening. Love you much, Cheryl. Thank you so much for your comment. I am hoping that you are preparing well. Josh says, hope you had a good day. Just me and James said hi, hello to both of you. Hopefully moving into your new place was easy. That says, good evening, just love you, cousin. Thank you so much for that message. Love you as well. And then Trail says, hi, just hello to you. And that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else. So I'm going to go on. If I don't see anything else, we have 13 people in here and 7 likes. If you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you go on and do so. So just to finalize it off, just from the stuff that we know, I mean, it just seems to be right now. We're still waiting. Just we'll probably wait till around Sunday ish, until we'll start doing what each place could get, or which regions will get which type of precipitation. Because right now it's still up in the air. I know National Weather Service at Charleston is saying that it's going to be mainly a snow slash ice event, not really much in the form of rain. At least that's what the models are saying now. But that could change. That will change 100%. So just make sure that you are paying attention, especially to the National Weather Service as well. But let's talk about San Antonio and Raleigh, then we'll talk about what's going on with the news throughout the entire United States, and then we'll end it off for tonight. Unless we have any other questions from, anybody else inside of the audience. But no rain expected for San Antonio as you move through the next 48 or so hours. So hopefully, that is a good thing. I'm not quite sure. I'm still not caught up on the whole drought situation, if there is any sort of drought condition going on inside of San Antonio. But moving up here to Raleigh at around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, some rain will be moving through the region, and then some more rain showers will start to push through as you get to around 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later than that, by around 8, 9 o'clock, even 11 o'clock on Sunday. So overall, just a scattered shower day going through to your Sunday. Talking about temperatures now, as we go on and wait for this to load. Let's check on the likes one more time. We have 12 people in here now and 8 likes, so still 4 people. Still, we're waiting on 4 more people to hit the like button, so make sure that you go on and do that. Low temperatures tonight in Raleigh around 31. High temperatures tomorrow 56. Low temperatures tomorrow night actually will rise as the night progresses, so around 43 is your low at 9 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night. And then high temperatures at around 58 as you go into your Sunday as well. Move down here to not Raleigh, North Carolina. As we move down here to San Antonio, Texas, you do have low temperatures tonight at around 46, 45. High temperatures tomorrow 62. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 28. So it's going to be really cold going to your Sunday morning, and then high temperatures for your Sunday only getting up to around 42. So overall, still going to be pretty much below freezing and very chilly. No severe weather for either location as well. And that seems to be about it. So, just what's going on weather-wise throughout the entire United States. Just in terms of the news, we do have Arctic air obviously spreading south and east from the Rockies Friday through next week. I mean, we have cold weather advisories up for places like North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, and pretty much both Dakotas, Montana, even Colorado, and even Wyoming as well. So they're having some extreme cold up there. I mean, you might see some wind chills down there as low, as low as pretty much negative 16 degrees with wind chill values down to negative 50. Negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's how cold it's going to get up there inside of the places like North Dakota. So I'm glad we're not dealing with that down there, because that would be down here, because that would be atrocious. But over in places like Ohio, Pennsylvania, extreme cold watches are up for very cold temperatures throughout there as well. Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Western Virginia state as well. We already talked about that. Some more snow going through the Rockies. And then record temperatures as well going into South Carolina as well. That both Carolinas pretty much, as we can see some I'd honestly say temperatures probably as low as, probably around 16 degrees, maybe even trying to get some wind chill values down to into the single digits as that snow passes us and gets through. So, we're just going to have to wait and just see what happens, but we're going to talk about that more on Sunday, most likely. And that's pretty much it. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed tonight. We were at 345 starting. Now we're at 349. We just need one more person to go on and hit the subscribe button, and we will be at 350. We'll be halfway there to 400. So thank you so much for that. And well, there we go. We just hit 350. So thank you to whoever that was. But that was a very nice thing for you to do. Let me go on and get the little thing real quick. All right, we're at 350. We are officially halfway there. We are officially halfway there. Trying to get to 400 now. We have 351. So just gonna hopefully that can keep on rising as the night progresses, though. And then we do have one more comment from Trail who says, "What's going on in Charlotte, North Carolina?" Just currently, right now, nothing going on inside of Charlotte right now. I'm pretty sure Charlotte is expected to try and get on the snow action, but right now it's just looking pretty nice over there in Charlotte. Probably cold though. Probably cold though. The radar that is over there near Charlotte though is down. The Greenville radar is down, so I guess it's down for brief testing for 30 minutes. I think it's been more than 30 minutes, but I'm gonna let them keep on doing that. And that's gonna about wrap this up. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your Friday evening, and I will be back. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Saturday forecast update, and no problem for that forecast.
How.